Hey, folks, this is Brian Blessing. Hope you're enjoying the Hockey Betting Podcast. We have a couple chuckles, try to get you a lot of winners. Check out the hockeybettingpodcast.ca. We got a number of books that have joined up with us and have incredible sign-up offers for you to play hockey with that first deposit. Get on board. Go to the hockeybettingpodcast.ca. Click the link, sign up, and have some fun with us.
You're listening to the Hockey Betting Podcast with your hosts, Brian Blessing in Las Vegas and Cam Stewart in Toronto. This is the Hockey Betting Preview for Thursday, March 25th, 2021. And now live from Las Vegas, your host of the Hockey Betting Podcast, Brian Blessing.
All right, we're ready to go on the Hockey Betting Podcast, and frankly, the 20 minutes leading up to it was better than this is going to be.
I can tell you, yes.
Man.
Hey, Brian, how's your
but people don't understand.
Dials.
But no, people don't understand. Like, I'm on the West Coast.
Yes.
And, when we start this is like, I got the coffee going. You do too, because you work late at night, so you're just up. This is like our breakfast. Like, we wake up, and I don't need coffee when I'm with you. It's just like jump start, away we go. It's like, here comes Rusty.
Here's Gingers. No, honestly, Brian, I'm going on fumes right now. It's a crazy day. I wake up, I get a call from my mom, and she's like, Cameron, I need you to come over and help me. I thought I was just going to grab her like a bottle of wine. Patio furniture, 50-pound bags of bird seed. You know how to fix a clock? No, I don't know how to fix a clock. Call producer Mike. He's the guy with the digital stuff.
Wait a minute. Now, I got to ask you a question.
A dog yesterday.
Are you just, let me ask the question. Are you just mentally scarred, but why do you make your mother sound like either?
That's what she sounds like.
Wait a minute. Hold on. She either sounds like the Wicked Witch of the West or a Monty Python character.
Oh, she is. And the best is, Brian, when you see Lisa again, she does a perfect version. When you meet my mom, really, Cameron? That's how she talks. But anyway, who cares?
Am I the only other person in the world calls you Cameron?
My mom does. When she,
as I said,
something.
am I the only other person? When
yeah.
I'm serious with you, I go Cameron.
Yes, exactly. And when things are fun, hey, it's Ginger time or Cam or sparks off a chicken wing. Yeah, whatever you want to call me. But what do we got here?
Buddy, you got to help me. This is a tough card.
Oh God, the rotation. It is.
But it's a tough card tonight.
Oh, you're telling me it is.
I don't like this. I mean, sorry, folks, we're starting out. I looked at it last night. I got a game. I pulled the trigger on. The rest of them, maybe we can talk it out here. But I mean, okay. I think some of these games are tough. Rangers, Flyers, Rangers, $1.25 on the road. The one thing I would say, when these teams get together, I'm inclined to think over. And I watched the Rangers, man. They're soft.
Yeah, the thing with the Rangers is they're playing better, but they don't play that style. And
they're not engaged, you know?
Here's the deal. Philadelphia is going to win this game, aren't they? They're coming off that loss to New Jersey. The last couple games, they ran out of gas. It was their 5th game in 7. You know what? I like Philadelphia in this spot here. You don't have to talk me into anything. The 6.5 total, is that what you're getting, Brian? A 6.5? That's high. But I could see a 5.
I think I saw 6. I think we got a 6.
If I get a 6, it's definitely being played. But I like the Flyers, so I'm talking myself into the Flyers. Listen,
not 6.5. No, they're 6 over 20.
People love the Rangers, and they've been playing better. This is a good Philadelphia. They're desperate, man. You saw what they did against New Jersey. This team's ready to implode. This is the game. They can't win this game. They got bigger problems than I thought.
I don't think we do this enough on this podcast. But the other thing, I'm a totals guy, right? In all sports, maybe 70%. And the one thing. When we talk hockey, I just have a rule of thumb. I can't do it. I won't lay more than 30, 35 cents in hockey. I won't, because there's so many usually options on the menu. But know this, you can not only find value, and I hate value. There's no value in ripping up a losing team, but you can find a good number. Even if you're playing it solo or you're hooking it up with other stuff, like you adopted the 1 plus 1.5 thing. The one thing I would say, look at this. There's 6 over 20. And there's 6.5 under 30. I would play the 6.5 under 30. Give me the plus price. You know what I'm saying? That makes a difference over the course of time.
It does, but the thing is, Brian, I agree with 99% of things you're saying, but I'm not going to play a total just to get if we like it, yes, but I don't feel confident thinking there's going to be 6 goals or under in this game. Philadelphia has
I'm not
goaltending
saying
issues.
Yeah,
right?
I get it. I wasn't saying about this game,
Oh,
but
I
I'm saying
understand.
by the way, let's do this real quick, and we got a lot of games. But the other night, buddy, I have said this for years before I came here. But when I got to Vegas, and anybody would listen, 16 years ago, I said hockey's the best sport to bet. You have no idea. It's the best sport to bet. I don't know what the odds makers are doing. I mean, you think of the stuff they do with halftime numbers in basketball, the final bucket, and all these things that are so close. Cam, the other night, I'm jaw dropped. I mean, it was like the opportunity of a lifetime, and I'm sitting there primed and ready to go. Arizona's playing Colorado, and the total in the game's 5.5, and you got Aiden Hill, and you got Johansson, who's 0-5-1, who just got there from Buffalo. I am sitting there ready to start clicking away. I got over 1.5 even in the first period. It was 5.5 for the game, and that was plus a dime. It was 2-0 on the first two shots. It was 2-2 after one. I'm clicking. As soon as it was just 2-0, I played over 7.5 plus money. I'm clicking away all night going, what are they doing? How could they make this number 5? 5-4 was the final. What are they? Talk about they don't even pay attention to the backups.
No, they don't. And the thing is, you have to look at the backup situation, too. Like, there's certain backups that are better than other guys. You talked about it. Johansson went from the American Hockey League to the Buffalo Sabres to Colorado in a trade, right? Because Miska wasn't even there. So, yeah, no. And then Arizona went ding, ding. First two shots of the game, it's there. It's already 2-0. And the live opportunities in that game, too, Brian, when Colorado was down 2, they're plus 230. Ding, they come back, they take a lead. Arizona was down 2. Hey, if you want to take a flyer and you like to gamble, it's better than a scratch ticket. They came back, tied it, and won. I think they were plus 850 when they were down, or it might even been more because it was Colorado. It was close to 10-1 when they were down 2 goals.
Oh, I had one the other night, whatever it was. They were down a goal, down 1. It was Vancouver, I think, the last game of their road trip. They're down 1 goal with 12 minutes to go, and they're plus 340. I'm like, it was start the third period. I think they were in Montreal. They're down 1 goal. They're plus 340. They score 2 goals in the first 2 minutes and take the lead. And the only way Montreal could score, it happened right off a face-off. Vancouver was killing them. And, of course, they lose the shootout. But I'm just saying the value that they give you during these games is ridiculous.
It is. It's the best live betting sport, and it's good. Another trick that we will tell people, kind of like in football, never bet on the team with possession. Always do the other team to get the extra 30, 40 cents, right, Brian? Like, a thing I like to do, too, is it takes a little bit of guts sometimes, but the other team's on the power play. Jacked up the line, you kill off the power play, you get more plus to your ticket.
And listen, we always remember the bad beats. Believe me, we get a lot of lucky breaks over these. But you talk about a horrible one, Cam. Last night, I got what was it? Anaheim, Minnesota, over 5.5.
It killed me too.
It's 3-2. Right, with halfway to go in the second, Getzlaf wires one off the crossbar. And I go, I bet you they don't score again. And sure enough.
Can you believe that? I know I had 5.5 too. And the thing was, I was really busy. I was doing a lot of things yesterday. And actually, that game was on in the afternoon. I was hosting a show with Gabe, and we're going through numbers. If I had if I was just doing nothing, that could have been a nice middle job. But I just couldn't figure out the math in time. I had too many things going. I should have got out of that game. And think about the number you would have got when it was 3-2, right? I had the same kind of gut feeling, Brian. But
Islanders, Boston. I know, buddies.
Okay, so I'm on Philadelphia. I will put that on my card. I know it's a little bit crazy, but they're going to beat the Rangers. I know the Rangers are playing better. I think, the people are like just going to blindly bet the Rangers. Philly's got a problem. Hart has no confidence. Elliott's not playing well. But I saw the end of that game versus New Jersey. They almost came back and tied that game. Blackwood made some crazy saves. That's the thing. The Flyers, if they play a full game, they'll beat the Rangers. They've been good in the last 2 minutes of games, and it's been too late. Islanders, Bruins, I lean to the Islanders, but I don't really have an opinion about what about the total? 5 under, probably.
Yeah, no, I'm looking it up real quick, and we get so many to get to, but we're going to go fast because we're going to do it Thursday, Friday, then we're going to do a separate one tomorrow. We're going to have a weekend one. I just wanted to double check. Islanders against the Bruins this year. I got burned.
They've won every game.
Remember I told you there was a game, Boston, Islanders were coming off all those games against Buffalo. I said, Boston is going to beat them.
Yeah.
But the Islanders, I think, own Boston. They beat them 1-0 on January. Let me scan through here real quick.
Yeah, they've won every game. They beat them 7-2, I think. Just off the top of my head, 2-0.
But the Islanders own them. I don't know why.
No, it's Islanders or nothing for me. And I will say this, people will go, wow, it's 5. And, you talk about the total. I think the Islanders probably win 3-1. I'm not touching the total at 5 because you could, get that empty netter. I don't like that number, but I do like the Islanders. I like Philly more, but give me the Islanders as a side.
Cammy, our thing's been, still working. You had Toronto play Calgary over in the first game, under in the second. Now you get a one, I don't know if there's a makeup or whatever, but it's a sandwich game. It's a one-off with Ottawa tonight before they host Edmonton for a couple. I'm just checking. So I'm looking for Ottawa's last couple of games.
They've been great. Both unders.
And they the Gustafson kid's playing.
He's good. Trust me. People, you're going to just, every time Ottawa and Toronto get together, it's usually 5-4, craziness, overs in the first period, whatever. Ottawa's playing a different game now. It's defensive. I will say this. Toronto has Jack Campbell starting tonight. He's had 2 shutouts in his last 2 starts. For me, Brian, I'm going to take a page out of your book tonight. Toronto -1.5 and very little juice in this game. I think even though Ottawa usually plays teams tough, that's 2 big wins over Calgary. I think Toronto goes in there and wins this game. Gustafson's been a nice story. He hasn't played the Leafs. They're a better team than Calgary. I think Toronto beats them. I'm thinking around like 4-1, 4-2. Just real quick, under the number.
Do this real quick. Did you see the classless move by the Flames the other night?
Yeah. Stealing
the kid's puck.
First win puck. You know what, Flames? That's what you get for doing.
I hate them. I hate them now.
No, I do too. You know what, Calgary? That's why you lost Ottawa twice. What a bunch of scumbags stealing a goaltender's first win puck. Screw
the guy
you.
Picks the puck up.
I know. It's Gustafson.
What that was wrong. I hope Calgary loses every game.
I agree with you. You know what? My brother's from Calgary. Sorry, Andrew. I hope your Flames get doused every night. That's just a bad move, a bad karma play. Give me the Toronto Maple Leafs, parlays, and puck line.
We got the Caps are a $2 favorite, but we've actually got the Devils coming in here on a 2-game winning streak.
Devils are playing better, but it's just one of those games. Washington, if they're there. You know what? Brian, what do you think about the total in this game? New Jersey's been scoring a little bit more. Washington can.
I'm checking. Let me check the match.
This game's hard.
It's a card. The whole card's hard.
I kind of like Washington. I don't like the juice. If you like the parlay, it's find a dance partner.
It's Blackwood against Vanacek. I got nothing.
Pass. We can't bet every game.
Next. Carolina, Columbus. I love Carolina.
I'm smashing Carolina like the way I did the last game. I should have bet remember, Brian, that night?
I told you puck line that.
I should have got even more. I should have taken out alone.
But I told you that night puck line. You were so convinced.
I did. No, I did take the puck line too. Actually, you convinced me. I took them regular, puck line, everything. Like that was a great one. Like, here's the thing. Columbus thinks they're a good team, but they're really not. I think Carolina's still angry with those 2 games that they had. I will say this. I wouldn't be surprised if this people look at the 5.5. The last game went under. Does this one go over? Do we have like a 5-4 type or a 6-4 type of game?
I don't know.
I like Carolina. That's all I'm going to do with this game. And I'm finding a parlay partner. I don't like the 165, maybe puck line too. Split it up.
The one thing I would say to you, buddy, is Carolina's motivated because they lost to Detroit. They lost the 2 to this is bizarre, Cam. Wait a minute. You realize it's 1, 2. All right, this is 4 games in a row. They lost the first 2 to Columbus. They win the third. They want to go 500. They want to go 2-2 in this series. I'm with you with Carolina. Yeah,
Carolina's the play. That's one game. The card's starting to come together. Yeah, I like Carolina big time. I think they're a better team than Columbus. They should, and Brian, I know you like puck lines. I like parlays, 2 gamers, but I would put them in parlay for sure. And even if they win by 1, you still win that bet. But I'm very confident in Carolina tonight.
Buffalo, Pittsburgh, it's not on the board. And I'll tell you what's not on the board. He's on the trip. So there's an actual chance that Ullmark plays tonight. Now, he may need a game, Cam. I mean, if Ullmark plays, the Sabres had plenty of chances in that game last night.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't go anywhere near this. Even if Ullmark comes back, do you come back with the over? The Pittsburgh goaltending's nothing to write home about.
I agree. But
how about over?
Yeah, it went over last night. It was actually, you know what? It was a 2-1 game, Brian. Buffalo had a calamity of errors behind the net. They let a cheesy goal go. Like
that's Buffalo, though.
I know it's Buffalo. I know. Here's the thing. It's not. I don't think it is going to be Ullmark. I thought they're bringing up another kid tonight. So yeah, like I can't. I can't bet Buffalo until I know Ullmark's playing. But Pittsburgh, you think I'm laying 320? No, thank you. So Pittsburgh puck line. lean over.
All right, Detroit and Nashville in the Tim Peel Memorial Hockey Game. You missed that. $1.80 Nashville.
Sorry, I was just looking at a text.
I said this is the Tim. This is the. They are going to bring. They're going to bring
Timmy.
Tim Peel out to drop the first puck.
Hey everybody, I'm Tim Peel. I got money on Nashville. No, Detroit tonight. Didn't work last time. No, anyway, that was horrible. Nashville. I told you, I'm. This looks like a big line. I think Nashville gets on a heater. I told you.
They're in the playoff race as bad as they are.
I got to know the goalie matchup. If it's Saros, I'm riding it blindly. If it's Pekka, I'm taking a step back. That's all I need to know. That's my thing. I told you, Saros is my guy right now. I've watched his last 4 games. They've been fantastic. And I think Nashville would be absolutely stupid to start Pekka. I know they have a allegiance to him. That's dumb. Ride the hot hand right now. You got to make the playoffs. Give me Nashville if Saros starts.
Florida, Chicago. It's funny.
This line's a trap. Why is it minus 125? Like, what's
buddy, every blue moon, you do you zig and you zag. I've been doing it on a card like tonight. I will tell you how tough this is. I've been bobbing and weaving pretty good this week. I've been playing the first periods now. And the other night I had Dallas plus $1.35 in the first period. They're up 1-0 after 1, but they lost to Tampa Bay. And I had the over in the first period, Florida, Chicago in the first period, but the game stayed under. The total 6.5. For me, the way these two teams play, it's over or nothing, and it's a plus price. It's over 6.5.
You're taking an over 6.5? Yeah, you know what? I might have to do the same. I do have to ask you this. Why is Florida, what would you have made Florida after a loss to Chicago? $1.40? $1.45? Why is it 125?
That's a very good point.
No, it's just something.
It's a good point.
The bookmakers either are really believing in Chicago and they have been playing well, or just think Florida's so far kind of comfortable in the standings that
That's it. You nailed it because, listen, we talked about this. Tampa, Carolina, Florida. You guys are in. And at some point, these teams are going to be resting guys. And it's hard to get up night after night in this division thing that we thought would be so intense and wonderful. These guys are bored. We're bored watching it.
We are. I'm not betting Florida tonight. I'm with you. It's either the over or nothing in this game. I kind of
you know what happens.
Chicago
you know what
might
happens.
Be the play.
But Cam, you know what happens when guys are bored? It's the lack of intensity, and it's like pond hockey. You know what I mean? And the chances, there's open ice everywhere.
Yeah, I agree with that. I know. I think the over is the play, and I'm actually going to take a long, hard look at the Blackhawks again. People will come to Florida with that number. It's like, I think Florida is a very, very scary team to be on tonight because Chicago's been on a heater. Patrick Kane's on fire. I like the over. Lean to the Blackhawks now.
Look, here it is. Now, it's hard to trust them. I will say this. It is hard to trust them. But this is my play of the night. I think St. Louis, they had an egregious effort against Vegas. They were sitting in Vegas while Vegas was playing in L.A., okay? And they were a no-show. And now they've had a couple days to practice. Berube probably bag-skated him, Cam. If St. Louis doesn't show up with an effort tonight, I mean, I don't trust them, but I got to – and Minnesota played yesterday. I like St. Louis.
I'll ride that with you, but I'm very scared. Minnesota is one of those teams. They were horrible. Like Vegas taught them a lesson. They come back. You're right, though. Let's think about the angle here. Minnesota barely beat Anaheim in their games. Got a little bit lucky. You talked about it. Getzlaff Bar, feeling good. Hey, St. Louis in town. You're right. St. Louis is a dog. It'll make my ticket as well. I agree with you.
Hey, this is going to make producer Mike really happy. You know, we do radio remotes and you're in the book and the games are going on and you get the cheering and the screaming in the background. You get that ambiance. I'm on my patio and the guy in the other yard's got a landscaper and he's got the leaf blower going. So
good.
You know, full disclosure. Why does this guy sound like he's like walking through a car wash? Well, there's your answer.
Well, we're almost at the
end. We're not stopping.
I gotta be honest with you, I think it sounds fantastic right now. Like it's it's great.
I'm doing a remote from an airport.
Yeah, hey, I honestly, it's clean as a whistle. You should see what the things that we deal with here. I got neighbors in the backyard playing Filipino music. They're laughing. Everybody's drinking in the afternoon. I'm doing my show. I got the window open because I'm sweating my bag off, and these guys are out partying, and I'm working. I'm going, what kind of life? Like, can I be like these guys? Like, all they do, it's like producer Mike. I don't know if he's got another job other than this one, but he's got a lot of free time.
Tim, yeah.
Tim, well, bring him over for a beer. I don't know.
He spends most of his free
works, Brian.
He spends most of his free time contacting us.
Yes, he does. He really likes texting,
communicating.
Yes, alarm calls. Hey guys, how you doing? Ready to go? Here's the code.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, but under his breath right now. He's like, you fucking.
But 5 a.m. Yeah, podcast coming up in 3 hours.
Yeah. Anyway, what are we doing with the Lightning? The Stars can't beat the Lightning, even when they come back. Is this the night? I'm going to tell you something.
We got to go backup goalie here, aren't we? Let me look.
Oh yeah, it's McElhinney time. I think it's.
Oh no, they're saying Vasilevsky and Uboden again. I don't know about that.
Okay, here's the thing. I don't know what Tampa Bay's doing or what kind of angle they've been tricking people with goaltending the whole season. And am I the only guy that's noticing this? They never saw. Oh, we're going to start McElhinney, and then you see old Vasilevsky in the pipes there. It's like I don't know what these guys are. Are they trying to set some kind of record? Because I think about
here's what
it feels like.
You know, I say this stuff around here. I'm like the rude awakening. Like around here, Fleury's playing unbelievable, right? Fleury's playing at a Vezina level, okay? Yes. And I'm like, he's not winning the Vezina. And they're like, they think I'm crazy. I'm go, listen, Vasilevsky is 21-3-1, mm-hmm. All right? And all his numbers are great. He's going to end up with 10 at least more wins than Fleury because Leonard's back and Fleury's going to play less. And he plays good when he gets in a rhythm, and now they're going to go to an every other game rotation. Vasilevsky's winning. I mean, it'd be a great story for Fleury. Vasilevsky's winning the Vezina. I hate to tell you.
Yeah, and you're absolutely correct. I thought about Fleury, and then you just gave that perfect explanation, and you're absolutely correct. 100% correct. Here's the thing. Tampa, though, every night there's a game on the card that'll trip you up. They've owned Dallas. They've won every game against them, and they've all been close. Don't be surprised, Brian. I'm just saying this to people. Bet what you want. Me and Brian are just here to take you in avenues and talk about a couple things. Be very careful just adding that Tampa Bay Lightning game to the parlay. I think Dallas might be live. I'm not betting them yet. There's other games on the board I like more, but I'm just saying I smell danger and problems. This is the game that Dallas really needs, Brian. You talk about it. Tampa Bay in the schedule, these guys are home and cool. They can make margaritas and stuff. They're going to take a night off eventually. This could be the night.
This is awesome. You get back-to-back games. Vegas at Colorado. Vegas 2-point lead in the division with a game in hand. Here's the deal, Cam. They played a 4-game set earlier in the year. It was bizarre. It was wrapped around the inside of the stupid outdoor game.
Yeah.
They split the series. These 2 games, I think, have intensity where they go, we know we're meeting you down the road. These are going to be the real McCoy kind of games. I got a bad feeling for Vegas. They're walking into a buzzsaw, especially with Colorado letting that point get away in Arizona. But I would say this, even though it's Fleury and Grubauer, I think the first game of this 2 set, I'm going back to the over than under deal.
I like that too. I like the over, and I lean Colorado. I don't like the juice, but I think Colorado should be able to take care of business. I agree with you. I think.
Well, the number. What is the number telling you?
The number tells you Colorado wins.
$1.85.
Yes. Who's out for Vegas? You tell me.
Petch already made the trip. He blocked the shot.
Playing. At that number, he's not playing. There's actually with that number, there's 2 major guys out. And I tell you one thing: is Fleury starting? You don't post a 180. Okay, you don't do it. And this is not our first rodeo. That's crazy. That number is nuts. Colorado, either they got tomorrow's paper where Colorado beat the crap out of these guys. Like, are you kidding me? Minus 180? This line should be $1.40.
I mean, you almost play Vegas just on the number, but I really do think Colorado's all about really making a statement here.
I agree. You know what? This is the exact same situation against Minnesota. And look what Colorado did to Minnesota in that first game. When Minnesota was the hottest team, Colorado had 24 shots on goal in the first period, basically murdered them and killed them. Sorry, Vegas. I know you're a good team. You're better than Minnesota. Give me Colorado, and I might take Colorado in the first period too. Out and murder these guys.
I am not laying $1.80. If you're playing Colorado, you do the puck line.
Yeah.
But I think, both goalies are capable. But I think that there are going to be 1,000 chances in this game. I think this is a game the total should be 6.
I agree with you 100%. Where I think we're getting a good number at 5.5.
All right, and then we go to Friday. Don't forget the hockeybettingpodcast.ca. All the back shows are there. The website's cool, and we've got all the sign-up bonuses that are available to you at numerous books. Our Canadian friends, get up there, sign up, take advantage of the opportunities that are there for the sign-up bonuses. Come on, we need you to get in there and have some fun and play along with us. Let's go to Friday. Jersey, Washington's a rematch game. Opening numbers $1.95, 6.5 to the under. I really got to see the first game.
I agree. I got to see the first game here. If the Devils win, we'll probably come back to Washington. We'll take a look. We'll give this game the eye test, but the Devils have been playing better, but we need to know what's going on there. What do you think about Anaheim and St. Louis?
I would say this to you, pal.
Over.
I like Anaheim. As much as I like St. Louis tonight, a couple of days off a horrible effort.
Yes.
Off a horrible effort. They throw the sink at the Wild tonight, but then it's their first game home from. See now, you know what I did to myself here? Boy, oh boy. That St. Louis game against the Wild, we said the last game of a long road trip, guys check out. But the difference I gotta read each one, as an individual opportunity. That St. Louis, of a horrible effort, had 2 days of practice and the coaches ticked at them. I think they throw everything into this game tonight, and then they get home, and Anaheim's sitting in St. Louis today waiting for them off a 1-goal loss.
I like that, Brian. I like it a lot, especially if St. Louis wins that game coming back, thinking it might be easy points against the Ducks. Here's the thing, though. I would look over probably Husso, and I told you, they're almost like, I don't know what's going on with Gibson. Ryan Miller's starting a lot. There's obviously something going on here. They burnt out Gibson. I would look, if Miller starts, I would take maybe Anaheim in the over and like a 4-3 type of game.
Cam, listen to me. It's back-to-back days, first game home. You know what? You're going to get Binnington tonight. You're going to get Husso tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's Anaheim in the over.
Yeah, in Friday's game, yes. Tonight, Thursday, we're taking St. Louis, and then we're coming back to Anaheim with the over on Friday. Yes. Next game, we've already said Calgary, for what you did to that goaltender in Ottawa. We hate you for doing that. I can't just do I bet on the Jets out of spite? They're a hot team right now. Andrew Kopp had 4 goals in that game against Vancouver. But I'll tell you one thing about Calgary, losing 2 games to Ottawa, these guys must be steaming. You want to flame? Yeah, they're red hot. Not hot. They're ice cold, but they're angry. But what do you think about this game? I don't know what to do with this game.
I mean,
Winnipeg's hot. Winnipeg's a better team. If Winnipeg is the better Winnipeg, right?
Well, I was wrong. I thought Vancouver would circle the wagons against them.
No,
I don't have a good read on Winnipeg.
I got a good read on Winnipeg. They're good. They're playing a lot better. If Hellebuck starts, he's almost unbeatable right now. He's in his zone. Calgary, they're going to be angry. Oh man, but I can't take the over. I can't. I lean Winnipeg. The next game's actually a good game. You know who's playing great hockey, Brian? S.J. Sharkey. We talked about Kane. The guys that I watched that game against the Kings. They're playing better.
How good is Kane playing?
Oh.
He is playing like
if he played like this the whole season, they'd be in the playoff race. Like they'd be there.
Am I wrong? I told you that there was a game against Vegas. They lost, and I said I know Vegas won. I said, but it wasn't close. Kane was the best player on the ice, and he's dominant right now. He really is. But I watched that Kings game. 4-2 was the final, Cam. They could have scored 13 goals in that game. I like the over. I mean, Jones stood on his head. The Kings threw the sink at him.
Trust me, I know. I was on the Kings. I needed +1.5 in a parlay. They lose by 2. Jones played the best game of his life. They had quality chances. I like the over as well. San Jose's been playing better. You know what? Don't even mess with the side. You're right, Brian.
I like the over.
Let's just bet the over, and if who cares who wins? It's got 5-4 game written all over it. Yes.
Well, I was with you. I was on the Kings.
Yeah.
Right. But I watched the game, and I'm like,
I watched the game too.
Even when they were down, I'm like, the Kings can still win this, and they got a ton of.
Kings should have won that game.
Well, you know what killed them at the end of the game?
Jones played well. He played really well.
You talk about bad breaks, and boy, it's one of the worst breaks you can get. You're sitting there, you're watching this, and in game, I bet over 6.5 or over 7.5. I bet because it was 4-2 with 10 to go. And I'm like, well, they had a ton of chances to get the goal, and then
that cheesy penalty we talked about at the end too.
Because then you got the empty netter. But the worst beat, and when it happens, is when the team with 3 or 4 minutes to go is trailing, takes a penalty. You're dead in the water because they don't pull. The other team's killing the clock, and they can't pull the goalie.
It was and we talked about it. It was a bad call. It was a clean hit by Carter.
Yes, it was. I mean, okay. So, no, we agree. Over. There you go.
Over. Done.
That is done. And what we're going to do now, we'll do a Friday, Saturday thing, and we'll have this for you. We'll put it together tomorrow night. So we'll have more information with all the games behind us. So Excellent. We're taking one for the team here.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to have some weekend information. It's good because this is the thing, man. We want to analyze this stuff, and it's tricky. As the season goes on, we're seeing the same matchups and stuff, right, Brian? I love the way you handled the St. Louis situation. You said it, the one-game spot, they're going to bring everything at Minnesota, a team that's playing well, and then the next game against Anaheim, team waiting for them, sitting there. I think that could be our pooch, our Friday night dog.
You know what, and we'll wrap it up. But when I say hockey's the best sport to bet, and you know why it's the best sport to bet? Sometimes numbers fall through the cracks with the odds makers. But hockey is a simple game. It's about effort. A goal leak is always the great equalizer. But hockey is a real simple thing in terms of situations and the way you got to play the game. It's not always going to win, but at least from a motivational thing and situational opportunities with schedules, that St. Louis thing, win tonight, lose tomorrow, just makes such complete sense. And the numbers are in your corner as well. Now, whether it happens, that remains to be seen. But I like our prospects.
I do too. I like our prospects a lot, and I feel good about the card. And we know, hey, the Thursday card's tricky, but I think we found a few spots that we can attack, buddy. And let's make some money. Roll it all up into the weekend. We got golf. We got everything, man. Let's make some cash.
Oh, Cam,
I can't wait. Right? Yeah, exactly.
So I'm in heaven. The other thing, it's my favorite event of the year. The Masters is, but from the best betting event of the year is the golf match play. I mean, thankfully we had great first days, but now that you've seen, this was amazing to me. You saw and watched them play. And then you see some of the numbers around too. You're going, what? The wrong guy is favored.
Correct. I don't want to say anything by time of taping here. It's good. It's been a very nice start. Let's just put it that way.
I know. All right, buddy. The HockeyBettingPodcast.ca. Cameron, end this. Or end it as your mother.
Cameron, I'll see you again. Brian, I'll see you again this weekend for an extra card and extra picks. You better win money, you jerk. No, I love you, son. You lift this furniture for me. Thanks, Mom.
That's all she wrote. Hey, folks, this is Brian Blessing. Hope you're enjoying the Hockey Betting Podcast. We have a couple chuckles, try to get you a lot of winners. Hey, we hope you like what you're hearing. And if you do, hit the subscribe button and give us a review, give us a rating. Most importantly, enjoy the hockey and keep coming back to the Hockey Betting Podcast.
The handicapping and sports odds information contained on this podcast is for entertainment purposes only. Please confirm the wagering regulations in your jurisdiction as they vary from state to state, province to province, and country to country. Using this information to contravene any law or statute is prohibited. The podcast is not associated with, nor is it endorsed by any professional or collegiate league, association, or team. This podcast does not target and is not intended for an audience under the age of 18. If you think that you have a gambling addiction, stop this podcast now and please seek help.
Gambling and betting on sports is a form of entertainment and should be about having a good time. But when done excessively, it may negatively affect other areas of a person's life, such as their physical and mental health, school or work performance, finances, and or interpersonal relationships. At the Hockey Betting Podcast, we're concerned about the addiction that gambling may cause, and for this reason, we encourage everyone to practice responsible gambling, an approach to gambling that helps you ensure that it remains an enjoyable activity. Here are the main principles of responsible gambling. Don't think of gambling as a way to make money. Always gamble with money that you can afford to lose. Set limits and stick to them. Never chase losses. Don't gamble when you're depressed or upset, and create a healthy balance. Always be aware of how much time you spend gambling or thinking about gambling, and do not allow gambling to cause you to miss out on time with family and friends or time spent on other activities you enjoy. By following these guidelines, gambling can be a good time and great entertainment. If you feel at any time that your gambling is taking away from important areas of your life, is causing you stress or depression, or is leading to financial losses that are beyond your control, please reach out for help. Learn more at responsiblegambling.org.